And we're live. All right, it's season 2 of the Love Doctor Livestream. This is episode 1 with the Crimson Duchess and Miss Kinky Karma. That's harder for me to say than I thought it would. There we are.
That's a nice tongue twister.
I usually like twisting my tongue, but not that time. I just poured a drink and I put it there. We are. Welcome, everybody. We're going to be answering your questions about love, sex, and relationships here on the show. Just tell us where you're watching from. If you have any questions, I should probably have there we go. Go to slido.com. The event code is TLD201. TLD201. So you can ask your questions anonymously, or you could just put them into the chat. And they will come in. We've st a bunch of questions to get through to start, so we're off to a good beginning. Slanche, cheers.
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 What is everybody drinking before I move on? And anyone who's watching wants to tell us what they're drinking, I'd gladly hear that as well.
I'm drinking rum fortified honey wine. That's what I'm drinking.
Oh.
Very royal, my lady.
Yes, I know.
Rum fortified honey wine. It's a brilliant layout that you have there. Kinky, what are you drinking?
I am drinking an old favorite, which is OP, which is a Indian London rye gin. I love it.
Yes. All right. I guess we'll start in. No one has said hi yet. I can see that there's a bunch of people watching. Say hello. Tell us where you're watching from.
Hi.
And
I mean, I think they're not saying hi because you haven't said who you're drinking as much as you've been drinking them last season, and he still has not sponsored you.
True. I don't know what that means. I should not mention them. But it is a Madison Park up there. The breakfast gin that contains a little bit of tea to keep me alive at this point in time.
Oh, yes. I love
Jen
this one.
Raby is saying hello. Hello, Jen. Jen is a podcaster and gamer who does board game unboxings as well as reviews. So search for Jen Raby as well. And they're having tea.
Good.
Denny Leger is there with hello to all. I'm drinking cold water.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Well,
No warm water.
You need to get the warm water can have its place, and especially with some of this weather.
It's boiling hot water or cold water, warm water. Why? Why?
Because you need to bathe in warm water with someone else in order to make it hot.
It's
I never
just
thought
math.
about it like that.
It's just math.
I mean, it's logic. It's my math.
I suck at it, so I'll leave you guys do the math, and I'll be pretty in the back.
I'm not good at math either. I mean, the math is the Love Doctor, so like no.
All right, well, we've got Jen Raby laughing out loud already. The first question we have is, what's your favorite candle scent to set the mood? What is your favorite candle scent to set the mood? And the first one into the big box is Miss Kinky Karma.
Actually, it depends on the season, and it depends on what mood you want me to be. But I am a huge fan of wood, and everything that's like very natured, like pine and all of that. Yeah, pine and wood if you want to get me off.
So you need to use your wood if you need to get Miss Kinky Karma off.
Yes.
There we are. We're full of puns.
Well, it totally depends on the time of the year. If it's near Halloween, you have pumpkin scented candles. This will get me, like sexy time on Halloween, pumpkin candles for sure. But if you want to have sexy time during Christmas, yes, I'll go with pine and firewood. And then, and the rest of the time, I think I would go with a mix of probably citrus and lavender. Citrus because it feels clean, and I love when it's clean. And lavender just because it's a classic.
You need to feel clean in order to be dirty.
Well, yeah, I'm not that much of I don't feel to be like, I don't want to be dirty if it's dirty around me.
Point taken.
Point taken. That's a note for everyone to clean the rooms. All right, just to keep the wood theme going, I'm going to say sandalwood is a beautiful scent. As well, maybe I just have an old hippie fantasy I haven't worked out yet, but patchouli. Patchouli is a fairly lovely scent as well.
Oh wow. And I thought you were gonna choose bacon.
Is that a fat joke? Wait.
It's not a fat joke. It's a foodie
It's not.
joke.
It's a foodie joke.
It's a
But
foodie
because
joke.
I have bacon scented candles, so
Yeah.
You do. All right. Well,
I do.
I have made what I called an Elvis cheesecake once for a bacon party. So
What's
that was a
Mhm.
peanut butter chocolate cheesecake with banana slices on the top and then caramelized bacon on the top
Yes.
as well.
Yes. I
Uh-huh.
love it.
Okay.
It was a little decadent.
It's very good. Don't judge. I swear, the
I'm not
salty sweet.
I'm not I'm not a peanut butter person in the dessert. Like I would buy Reese's or do Reese's cakes and stuff for like the beaver or like my duck, but it's not for me. Like I don't even taste it. I just do it. This is my love language. I do that for you guys.
Oh, okay. I just thought you were telling me you were living in a farm there with your beaver and your duck.
Yeah, that's how I kind of like to name my partners.
That's sweet.
Dating a bunch of animals.
Mhm.
The next question that we have, we start at the bottom, is have you ever had strong feelings for someone who didn't have the same feelings for you? How did you deal with it? That is the question. The answer is yes. And you deal with it by moving on. If somebody's not going to return the feelings, all you're going to do is harm yourself by continuing. And if there's a friendship there, you're going to destroy that as well. Move on. You can't make someone else feel something that they do not want to feel. You don't want to be a stalker. Kinky.
Feel your feelings before moving on. I feel that a lot of times people equate moving on with denying what you're feeling. And it's not really the case and it doesn't help. So feel your feelings, feel the love, feel the grief, because it is grief of something that you're never going to have it. But yeah, the faster you feel your feelings and you're in your feelings about it, the better you're going to move on.
Boom. And Crimson.
It happened to me, yes. And I guess my way of grieving this relationship that could never happen, because you're in love, he's not or she's not, and well, you have to do your peace with that it won't be a thing. I tend to do projects that make me feel good about myself, things that validates me, things that I love, I know I'm good at, and it makes me feel good about myself. It makes me feel important, I guess, and ready to, hit the next thing, flirt again. Yeah.
Great advice.
Very good. Very good answers on everyone. Of course, Kinky is definitely right in grieving a relationship. Like, even if it's a relationship that never started, if you have the feelings, grieving it is right. And at the same time, realize that the first relationship you have after is probably going to be a rebound relationship.
I don't agree. It depends. It depends on how you see and how you grieve. I mean, another relationship doesn't necessarily have to be a rebound unless that's how you move on. And again, if that's how you move on, I mean, please advise the other person. But I personally don't believe that officially the next relationship that you have after the one is closed is officially a rebound. I mean, I've been with the duck for the past 13 years, and he could have been considered as a rebound. So.
But even if it is a rebound, so what?
Yeah.
It doesn't mean you can't enjoy it. It doesn't mean it can't make you feel good at the time. So even if in your head maybe that is a rebound, maybe that guy or that girl is not that person for me, but it is a rebound, and just feel it. Just do it anyway if it makes you feel good, and if everyone knows where they stand, where's the harm?
Mm-hmm.
And give me the correct pronunciation of this, because I always say it's Terry.
Thierry. So
Terry.
T, like T,
Yes.
A, Riz. Like rice.
Thierry.
But in French. Yeah, there you go.
I've just celebrated 15 years with my rebound. So
Hey,
There
that's
you
been
go.
mentioned
there
there
you
too. And hello to the new people joining us. I saw our numbers go up a little bit. Welcome. Tell us where you are watching from, what you're drinking, and if you have any questions about love, sex, and relationship, you can put them in chat. Unless you're a little bit embarrassed, then you can just put it into we'll go to the Slido and you can ask anonymously. So that's slido.com or sli.do, and the event code is TLD201. This is the Love Doctor Livestream, and we are getting ready for our next question. Our next question is, how long on average do you devote to foreplay? Crimson, you're in the hot seat.
Oh my God. I really
listening.
love foreplay for my part. So it depends. It can go to 15 minutes to like 2 hours, 3 hours. It depends. It depends on your partner. It depends on your mood. But I really love it, and I think there's so many things you can do. So yeah, sometimes I think people think that foreplay is that 4 to 5 things list, but there's so much more. You just have to explore and be brave enough to ask and propose new things.
Foreplay is sex for me. I don't put a timer on any intimate time. I don't, unless we have to be somewhere. But fuck, get the pants on, let's go. But the thing is too, foreplay isn't something that should stop with PIV or whatever form of intercourse you're having. It is something that you should enjoy, and it shouldn't stop or end after somebody. If one of you is finished but both of you want to keep going, then why not keep going? That's foreplay is, I guess, a skill set, but I don't think it should be considered to be separate from sex. I think it is part of sex. Kinky.
Honestly, well, I mean, with normative like man women relationship, I understand where the questions come from, where there's like when you see sex as a penis entering a vagina. And to that, I say there is no time limit unless we have to go somewhere. However, with a woman, what is foreplay and what is intercourse? I'm legit asking for me, not for a friend.
Boom. If you out there are watching and you want to answer that question, between 2 or more women, what is intercourse?
What is intercourse versus what is foreplay? Because I mean, is it perpetual foreplay? Is that why
Oh my
sex
God.
with women is so great? I mean,
I think we have just dropped a truth bomb on that. We've lost 3 viewers, but we dropped a truth bomb. And
they
so
weren't ready.
They weren't ready. That's
they
okay.
weren't ready for that truth.
They'll come back.
And that is exactly why I say that foreplay is sex. It is part of sex. It is not a separate part of sex. It's not something that should be limited whatsoever. So
It shouldn't be something that you say like, okay, we've done 15 minutes of it. Let's have sex now. It's a whole package. It's part of it,
And here's a question: is oral sex foreplay or is it sex? I know it says sex in the name of oral sex, and is a 69? Is that foreplay or is that sex?
Is that a Schrodinger sex position?
Yeah.
Like it's the Schrodinger's cat.
Well,
version.
first off, the pussy's not in the box, but
I mean, or it's not out.
it's not out of the box.
Yeah, but it's really, I'm sure it's really, the answers are really divided. I think it's sex, but I understand why people would do it as foreplay to get excited, to get in the mood, and etc. So
for me, it's something that goes into an orifice, so it's sex.
Well, if you have an answer to our question, please put it in chat. Oh, sorry, it's Daniel Leger saying I thought the pussy was a box.
Maybe
So there we are.
It can be both.
It can be both.
It can be both.
Can
There-
it?
Why I am part of the philosophy of why choose when I can have it all.
Anyhow, you call your boyfriends beaver and duck, so maybe your pussy is a box. I don't know.
I don't know. It can be many things.
All right, let's move on to the next question. If you are watching, please remember to hit the like. It means a lot to this channel. If you're listening to the audio replay, thank you for listening, and check us out on YouTube. We go live every Sunday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And if you find the Love Doctor live stream on YouTube, make sure you subscribe so we can get an easier handle for you to actually track it down by, instead of XX3Y798235. That's not really it. That was just random numbers. But all right. And we have our next question ready. Our next question is BDSM mean people? What is BDSM mean people is having sex or not? I'm not trying to grammar shame anyone on that, but I'm just trying to figure out the meaning of the question.
I think it's, does BDSM mean people having sex or not?
Or is it saying mean people having sex?
No, because the reason why is that I think it's a French translation where the is isn't
Meaning that the person who asked this question think that saying we're having BDSM is meaning we're having sex?
automatically. So does BDSM equal sex? Well, that's how I interpret the question.
Okay.
All right. I will go with your interpretation, as you are the first person to be answering this question.
The answer is no. You can engage in BDSM and in different practices of BDSM without implicating sex. I mean, I know that I love shibari, which is a practice of BDSM, and most of the time there's no sex involved. So, and when we're talking about the sex, we're talking about intercourse. I mean, BDSM can be used for a lot of things. It could be used to heal a lot of types of trauma, and it doesn't have to include sex or include your sexuality in it.
Boom. Duchess.
Helping you out, Kinky Karma, here for the muggles who don't do practice BDSM, who don't know what shibari is. It's a Japanese art where you tie up someone in order to making them feel excited or to help them have some kind of relaxation or meditation. So shibari is indeed a practice in the BDSM family. And indeed, you don't need to have sex to do BDSM activities, but you can mix both. So for sure, a lot of people in the BDSM community mix sexuality and BDSM activities with their partners. So yeah.
Good answers. If I can expand on the definition portion, the shibari is an intricate knot system as well. So when it comes to how it's tied, but for those who are unfamiliar as well, BDSM stands for bondage, discipline, sadism, masochism. So those are what the four letters mean. None of those explicitly say sex. Now, sex legally is defined, I believe, as involving sexual touching, which could mean a hand on a secondary. For example, if somebody grabs your boob in the metro, whether or not you're clothed or not, that can be considered sexual assault. Mm-hmm. So BDSM. You can have bondage without involving any sexual organs, having a completely consensual. Discipline can be even just a mental discipline, telling someone, having them respond to you verbally, as well as physical discipline. But that's usually covered by sadism and masochism. So sadism being somebody who gets off a little bit on hurting people. Masochists get off on being hurt a little as well, or a lot, just as an example. So those are the definitions, and so no, it doesn't implicitly include sex, but a lot of people combine it with sexual activity, and there you go. The more you know. Whee!
Yeah.
All right. Next question. Or is any further discussion on that? Just
No, bondage is great. You should try it once.
I need to drink.
You should try it.
You should try
Absolutely.
So, yes, there's much more to be answered in that. There is. Well, no, safe words are important, especially trust is very important. With your bondage, if you're doing bondage that involves a gag, you need to have a safe word that is that can be expressed non-verbally. So,
Yep.
those are all happy, safe things to do, because a lot of kinky stuff is a lot of fun, but they should all be done safely.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Consent is sexy.
Consent is
It's
very
not just
sexy.
it's fucking necessary. It's not just sexy.
It's an obligation.
Yes.
All right. There it is. There's the full question. My partner recently started drinking Monster Energy drinks. Oh, the blue one. And I don't like who he becomes when he does. How can I bring this up to him without hurting his feelings? Well,
Oh.
as we are digesting that, I just want to bring up Denny saying, if Schrodinger's cat was wearing a condom, is he really inside Miss Kitty's box? Oh, all right.
Oh, another layer to that question.
Yeah, which is entirely made of latex, but I think the claws would take care of that latex fairly quickly.
Well, what if the cat doesn't have any claw?
Then that's cruel.
Yeah, that's not nice.
Yeah, but
All right. So my partner recently started drinking Monster Energy drinks, the blue one. By the way, this is not a sponsored shout out. And I don't like who he becomes when he does. How can I bring this up to him without hurting his feelings? I don't think it would hurt his feelings. Just saying, I don't really like the monster that drink brings out of you. Can you just not have that when you're around me? That's fine. You're not saying that he can't have it ever, but just don't have it with me. Kinky.
instead of saying that you don't like it when he drinks, how about you tell him what you don't like, what he does that you don't like. So let's say, I don't know, because I mean, one of my partners was also addicted to the monster drug. And I really didn't like the fact that he was very irritable. So I came across him and I asked him to be more mindful, because sometimes he gets very irritated very easily. And I personally don't like it because I'm an anxious individual and yada, yada, yada. So that's what I did. I just explained the actions and the actions and the things that he does that bothers me. And then he kind of made the realization on his own that the problem was him drinking too many energy drinks, and he decided to stop it on his own. So ask yourself, is it him drinking the energy drink, or some actions in particular that you can address with him?
That's a very good answer. Crimson.
I believe that in all relationships, when some things needs to be addressed, it all depends on the way you say it and the things you bring to him or her. So when you have to tell your partner that something's wrong with what he's doing and stuff like that, it's always good to come with examples, because sometimes it's hard for him or her to, for example, say, okay, well, what do you don't like? What do I do that doesn't make you feel good? And when you're not prepared with some example, you just don't know what to answer. And he's like, well, yeah, you don't even know. So sometimes it's good to prepare yourself. Just reflect on it. What did he do that I really didn't like? At what moment? What did he say? And sometimes it's easier for your partner to understand what you don't like when you bring him some good examples of things he did, so he can remember and reflect on it afterwards.
Great answer. All right. You know what? I want to state that both of you gave better answers than I did for that question. Congrats. That was very good. I feel a little bit like I slacked on that one.
No, you opened the door and we just came in.
Exactly. You did the hard work.
You did the foreplay. We did the intercourse.
And what I did shouldn't have ended. The next question we have is: does dark magic have a place in the bedroom, in your honest opinion? Does dark magic have a place in the bedroom, in your honest opinion? Crimson, you go first on this one.
Oh my God, I love that question. But really, honestly, I think magic have its place in the bedroom because having sex and foreplay and everything around that is in itself a ritual from which you can harness a lot of power for yourself and for your partner. But dark magic, unless you don't like your partner, that because dark magic is possible in the bedroom, but it's bad. I mean, you would leave yourself and your partner with very bad and dark energy. But magic in itself, for sure, because this the orgasm, the pleasure you and your partner live in this very intense moment is a perfect time to harness energy, power, and very good vibes for the future days to come. But dark magic, I mean, unless you really hate your partner or he or she is a random person that you want to practice your dark hexes on it. Yeah.
All right. As a skeptic, I'm going to answer no. I played it safe
It's
because
fine,
in case
guys.
it is
He's a
real,
model.
I'm not fucking with it.
I do not believe in the rule of three. I believe that if you do not come in peace, you will leave in pieces. So dark magic in the bedroom, it doesn't necessarily need to be at the partner with who you're actually having intercourses. Doesn't necessarily have to be the target of the spell. I mean, you could use the energy and the energies and the vibe to hex something or someone else. But I mean, be mindful of that. Be
Oh
mindful. As
yeah.
much as I don't believe in the rule of three, and I do believe that sometimes hexing someone is the best form of karma. I mean, I'm called Miss Kinky Karma for a reason. Always be mindful of what you're gonna do, and always be mindful of what you're gonna put out, because what you're
It
gonna
will
put
come
out
back to you.
can come back to you.
Hmm.
And especially if you don't protect yourself correctly, if you don't know what you're doing. So yeah, be mindful of what you're doing and make sure that the intention that you're putting in is not well, for you, is not something that is, I don't want to say petty, but insignificant. Again, I do believe in hexing, but it's not because I believe in hexing that I'm just gonna hex like the lady down the street because she cut me off. I mean, so yeah, be mindful of what you're gonna put out. It can be a thing depending on what you do. I know that there are some types of dark magic that what you're doing basically is to keep someone with you and using sex for it. Not the best spells to do, honestly. The consequences of that are not great. But I mean, who am I to tell you not to?
Boom. Then Leger is saying, I never go out with black cats. They're just bad luck.
You just don't know how to handle them.
There you go. No discrimination here.
Oh,
Black cats, white cats, blue cats, everything.
I'm a cute black cat. I'm a.
The next question we have is: my boyfriend's semen is clear/see-through. Is this normal? It's not white like you see in the movies. Kinky, you have that question first.
Yes, it is. I mean, I've had my few share of Siemens, and I mean,
Who's
I am
giving
a
these
sex-
out? I'm just wondering who calculates the shares.
I mean, I've been with men before. I've been with people who had penis and came. I mean, not gonna lie, it's one of my goals actually. as a pleasure dom or a pleasure sub, depending on how you get me. But yeah, actually, the semen, the color, the texture, the taste depends on your partner's eating habits. So the better he eats, the better it is. But yeah, see through, it's completely normal. And if you're wondering, and if you want to have like porn destroyed in your mind forever, watch porn documentaries. It explains to you that some of the cum shots aren't necessarily the dude coming. It's other stuff. It's kind of sad, but I mean, it's cinema.
Special effects.
I totally agree with Kinky Karma. What you see on TV is not always the real thing, even if it looks like it in the pornography for sure. But most of the time, it's not the guy's cum. So be mindful of that. And like she said, the way he hydrates and the food he eats will change the consistency and the color of his sperm. So, yeah.
All right. Just to add some stuff to that, actually, if it has had time to settle, it will generally all go clear. If the person has a low sperm count, it'll tend to be more clear than white. It'll be like a watered down milky color, and then less. If they've had other orgasms within the past 3 days, it will be clearer. Because it takes the testes approximately 72 hours, I believe, to create a full load of sperm. And all of that will go into affecting its color and its texture as well. So the bulk of the clear stuff is seminal fluid. So that's the more you know.
The more you know. The more you know, the more you grow.
Mm-hmm.
We got this question twice. Favorite candle scent to set the mood. We've already done that one.
Mm-hmm.
I seriously lack confidence in the bedroom. How can I get better at this? Same way you get to Carnegie Hall. Practice. I'd also like to say, if you lack confidence in the bedroom, first off, the other person or people are probably just very happy you showed up.
Yeah.
All right. So performance anxiety shouldn't be a thing as long as you can focus on them and focus on their pleasure. And as long as they're focusing on your pleasure, because if they're not, they are not good lovers. Make sure that is all you really need to concentrate on. Listen to them. If you do something and it makes them moan in a certain way that you think is a good way, do it again. All right. If you are a little bit lost at a moment, ask them, well, what would you like me to do? And then do it. Do not continually ask, do you like this? Do you like this? Do you like this? Because that's a little annoying.
Yeah.
But other than that, you've shown up. They chose you. You chose them. They're pretty happy you're there. Kinky.
One of the best way to build confidence is actually to feel safe with the person, because I mean, I agree with the Love Doctor. If they're there, they wanted you there. But why did they want you there? Is it because they thought that like you're just the best option available? Kind of dampers the self-esteem. So always make sure, especially in the beginning, that you're with people that makes you feel safe in exploring your sexuality and helps you build your confidence up. Because I mean, I personally believe that it takes two. Yes, your confidence needs to be it needs to come from within, but it's always easier when you have people on your team or people on your side like egging you on and like showing you the ropes, for example.
Boom. Duchess. And by the way, I see that we have a lot more people watching. Hit like. It means a lot to this channel. Say hello. Say something in the chat where you're watching from. We're answering your questions about love, sex, and relationships.
I would say that sometimes when you don't feel very confident in the bedroom, it's because you don't feel confident with your own body, with yourself, with your own orgasms sometime. So I find it very I find that a very good way to get comfortable with your own sexuality is being comfortable touching yourself first. So touch yourself, look at yourself in the mirror, touch your body, be comfortable with your own sexuality, with yourself. And in that way, you'll be more confident with someone else. Be at peace and happy with who you are and how you get sexually aroused. And then maybe someone can come in and you'll feel good with them too.
Good answers. Good answers. Always know your body. Kinky, did you answer that question yet?
Yeah, I
Yes.
did.
Yes.
I
Okay.
was the second one to answer.
Oh, right. Chris Kelly is saying hello from Vermont, loving the show.
Hey.
And Sha is French for cat. There, I said something in chat.
Aw, what a cute pun.
That was perfect.
That's a cute pun.
Oh my God. Okay, I'm
All
going to have a
right.
drink for that.
Boom.
Cheers.
All right.
And
So, say something cute in the comments, and we'll be taking more drinks. That could get dangerous.
No, it won't. Not for
dangerous
us,
for me.
anyways.
it works for me.
Well, there we go. The challenge is out there. All you viewers, we've got another like up there, but I know that we got more people watching. Smiling at the nice compliments. Next question.
Always.
Please don't get angry, but am I an asshole? Oh, we got an am I the asshole question.
Oh,
For wanting my girlfriend to shave her legs and armpits. She makes me shave my face and I do it willingly, but is it wrong to want her to reciprocate? There's a lot to unpack in that. Crimson, you are the first one at the baggage.
Oh my God, that is such a big question. Okay, let me unpack this piece by piece. You are not an asshole for preferring, for having preferences for the partners that you have. You're not being an asshole for that. But pushing someone to do alterations, minor, let's say, to their body when they don't want to do it, that's not so great. But then she asked you to shave. So I guess it's giving. It's a very hard question, but I don't think that women or men that prefer their partners shaved are assholes for having like preferences. Yeah.
Boom. I guess I have this one second. You can request, but don't expect. That's the way I'd put it. I mean, what I'm nervous about is the fact that she makes you shave your face, and you do it willingly. The phrasing there is a little bit rough, but other than that, I don't see. I've heard of much worse and stuff that I considered bad, such as having a shaved pubis was part of the prenup. That's just weird.
yeah, I know.
Just putting that out there. We got Rorschena saying hello from Scarborough.
Hi.
And Kinky.
I got two answers. I got a very mature, kinky-ass answer, and I got a very petty answer. I'm gonna go with a mature answer. Again, like Crimson said, you're not an asshole. You have the right to your preferences. Now, do you think your preferences are problematic or not? That's for you to unpack or to keep it in. It's really your decision. And no, you're not an asshole for asking your girlfriend to shave once in a while. Personal story. I mean, the Love Doctor talked about pubis. I don't like to shave, but the duck, which is my partner, my main partner for the past 14 years. I'm polyamorous, by the way. He likes it when my Mount Vesuvius is shaved, and he respects my choice that I cannot be bothered in the winter months, and I like a bush. But sometimes what's going to happen is that I'm actually going to do it as an act of love because I know that he likes it once in a while. So, I mean, it is okay for them to ask. It's okay for you to ask. It's okay for her to say no. And it is what it is. My petty answer
Here we go.
is, well, if you don't want to shave your armpits, I don't want to shave my beard. So I'm not going to shave my beard. You want me to shave my beard? Shave your arms or shave your armpits. And you're like, again, it is petty. I know it's petty. I know it's immature. But again, I understand that it's not, I don't feel that it's justified that she makes you shave, yet she doesn't want to do it. So be petty. And besides, I can't be the bigger person. I'm 5'4". Like, I can't.
I'm
you
5'1".
You don't date shorter guys. You limit yourself that you do not date shorter men.
I do date shorter men. I'm saying I cannot be the bigger person. I am 5'3". I cannot be big.
She just lost an inch in a sentence. She went from 5'4" to 5'3". She's 5'2" now.
I don't know.
Oh
I
my
don't know
God.
how to count, guys. Come on.
Oh my God. There you go.
This is a very special episode. The season 2 premiere, episode 1 of the Love Doctor Livestream with the Crimson Duchess and the Incredible Shrinking Woman. We have our next question. My boyfriend and I have different wind down methods before bed. I like to go on my iPhone and he wants to fall asleep right away. He finds my phone light annoying. Can we make this work? Kinky.
Oh my God.
Well, I have a feeling that it's actually my partner that put that question in. Usually what I kind of do is I kind of try and go to bed before him. So that way I'm able to play with my phone and fall asleep before he comes. Or there's also the classic, you go under the covers, like you hide yourself in the covers and you play with your phone until you're done. Those are the best solutions personally that I found. Good luck with that.
Boom. Duchess.
I'm the one with the phone until like 1 a.m. with my partner sleeping beside me. So, but he's not bothered. He's asleep. So most of the time, since I'm the late night bird, I wait till he's asleep and then I open my phone and I do nothing for 2 hours on my phone. But yeah, this is not an easy situation because of course he wants to go asleep. So he's bothered with your goddamn phone light.
Under the covers.
I mean, maybe you can have a little parasol between you guys so he's so the light is dimmed, or an umbrella. Yeah, that's my advice. It's not good. I know. I'm gonna drink.
All right. There it is. Here
we are giving bad advice.
You know what? It might have to be an early Yule gift or something. Give them a Thanksgiving gift. A night mask, a blindfold.
Ooh.
You can use it for kinky play as well.
Oh yeah.
Just
Surprise!
have them put it on, and boom. Guess what? They're not seeing the light from your phone. Problem solved. And that is my easy solution on that one. Yeah, that's the easy way to make it work.
I mean, I couldn't because I can't sleep with earplugs, with mask, no nothing.
But you're the one using the phone, so that's.
But I'm the one using the phone, so it's not my problem.
Yeah, my partner doesn't work that way, unfortunately. So I mean, but he's the guy that sleeps very late. So I'm more often than not that I'm good. I mean, I just need to make sure that there's no sounds to the videos that I watch because it's a literal problem, and he actually has the mean to kick me off the bed. I don't want to sleep on the floor.
I don't even do that. I put music on the videos that I watch because my partner is sleeping so hard that he won't wake up if it's the fire alarm. So
yeah, no, not mine. Mine is gonna wake up.
Yeah, he is.
I love him, but hey.
I've recently embarked on a new relationship with someone who says that they have had feelings for me for a few years while I was completely oblivious. Should I be concerned?
Concerned of what?
That's
Sorry.
Yeah, I don't know what the concern would be other than the fact that maybe you should be concerned about
Being
how your
so
radar's not working.
Mm.
If somebody has had a crush on you for years and you finally start dating, that means there's somebody who knows you, that you've known them for a long time. This sounds like a win. I don't think it's a matter to be concerned about. Now, if they were stalking you and they did a lot of stalking behavior that was really weird, and maybe they broke a leg of a past partner, then it could be a point of concern. Kinky.
Yeah, two answers. Mature answer, of course. Perhaps you guys were just not at the right stage in your life. So maybe it's not that you were oblivious, you were just not ready for it because you had other fishes to fry and other things to live before embarking into that relationship. Especially when we talk about like friends or people that you've known for a long time, those transitions can be very, very tricky. And if you're not ready, it could actually lead to a lot of disaster. Now, the petty answer is you're not necessarily in an episode of You. So it's okay. You shouldn't really be concerned unless I mean your phone disappeared and you're still connected to the cloud and he has access to it, kind of like the first season of You that I'm currently watching. But other than that, I think you should be fine.
There we go. I want to point out that we are running low on questions. So if you have any questions, please put them in the chat or go to slido.com, event code TLD201, TLD as in the Love Doctor 201. Crimson Duchess, your answer for that question?
I don't think you should be concerned unless, yeah, you have suspicion that your partner would be a dangerous psychopath that has been stalking you for years and that knows your mother and all your habits. And it's really weird that she knows how much sugar you take in your tea and you just known her for a week. Yeah, so that whole creepy stalker thing, yes, be concerned. But like Kinky Karma said, you're not in a TV show about a stalker. Hopefully. I swear, hopefully, fingers crossed, knock on wood. Okay. But I think that it's wonderful that someone that have been in love for you, have been in love with you for some time now, and you finally get to feel the same way and be together. I think it's wonderful. Be happy.
Boom. And I have to mention that I don't know if this question came from my manager or not, but he is in that situation with somebody he's known for over 10 years.
Oh
Then
10 years?
Then yeah, I think it's the case of you guys were just not ready.
Or his radar is really
Or-
broken, non-existent.
Or a bit of A and a bit of B. So
Bit
get
of
your
both.
radar fix.
So we are on to our next question. We have very few questions left, so please get your questions in if you have more questions.
Send us
I also
questions.
want to point
Yes.
out that let me. There's a link that I should put up along the bottom. If you care to donate to the channel, you can do so using the link tree down there. The first thing is says buy me a drink. You press on the buy me a drink. You can send money to the channel. Everything that is sent in the next 24 hours will be split among all three performers that you are seeing on this screen. So let us move to the next question. With my husband just had emergency surgery and is on mandatory bed rest for 1 month. He is not supposed to do anything physically strenuous, but he is still horny as he was before. What can I do to meet his sexual needs without putting him back in the hospital?
Oh,
Oh God.
Crimson, you get this one first.
my drink is empty.
You got your run behind. Would you like to have like a magical trick to bring you like
It's
some
okay.
ginger ale?
I'll switch to tea. So,
You see, if you were drinking the Madison Park breakfast gin, you'd have the tea in your alcohol.
Look at you doing
Best
a
of
shameless
both.
plug.
I know, and they're not even sponsoring me.
I know.
it's tea with alcohol in it, so it's fine. All right, so we talked about foreplay at the beginning of our wonderful night, and I think that since foreplay, after all, is sex, but with so many opportunities to bring new things in the bed, I think you should propose to your partner new sexual activities, uh, to discover new things between you guys, between your in your couple. And there's so many things you can do that won't make him break his body. So just do a little research together or by yourself if you want to surprise him. And yeah, there are things that you can do together.
Boom. I would also check with your physician or his physician as well, because the different things, the reasons why he could be on bed rest. If he's had surgery on both of his knees, then pretty much anything goes that he's not moving. But if he just had open heart surgery, then you might not want to get the ticker running too high.
Yeah. Or dick surgery.
Or dick surgery, exactly. So check with their physician to find out what is acceptable. I know it might seem to be an embarrassing question for you to ask, but it is not embarrassing to the doctor, because this is one thing that they deal with all the time. And unless all their fingers have been injured, they could always do stuff to pleasure you. Kinky.
If it's a vasectomy, tell him to suck it, because I swear he will not like it. Usually, the reason why it's the first thing that came to mind is that when you do get the snip snip, you're told to not engage into any activities that will
arouse you.
No, arouse is okay. It's the ejaculation part that you need to be careful, because it's healing, and we want to make sure that it heals properly and you don't have accidents. So, like the Love Doctor said, depends on the surgery. If it's a vasectomy, heed what the doctor says. It's just do it. I've known friends who decided to do it and they had complications. Exactly what the Love Doctor says. And edging can actually also be quite fun.
Oh yeah, the doctor knows.
The doctor knows best.
Yes.
And Duchess.
I've answered that question
You
already.
answered that question already.
Sorry,
The doctor knows. Yes. Final point. Yeah.
She should just tie her husband to the bed, BDSM like, so he can be nice and safe, and then touch him gently. Best of both worlds.
Oh, I love this.
I love this idea.
I'm drinking my very alcoholic tea for that.
Make sure don't use anything that's biting when it binds as well. So wide straps if you're doing that. But again, consult the physician first.
Fluffy ropes.
Fluffy ropes. There you go.
Or leather, depends on
soft leather.
Yeah, soft leathers.
You can have harder leather as long as it's a wide strap. If it's an inch wide.
True.
True.
Absolutely.
So, I'm saying this like I expect everyone who's listening to have inch-wide long leather straps that fit their bed in.
Well, at least now we all know that you have some.
Yeah.
Odd. The next question we have. Dear panel, 4 years ago, I messed up a relationship with a partner. I hurt the person because I was unstable. I tried to let go, but I never forgot her. 3 months ago, she ran into me in a public space, and we smiled to each other, but I'm not sure what to do now. I want to give her my apology with no other intention. She deserves it, but I'm not sure how to do it and how to contact her again. What would you do? How would you react to late apologies? Thank you. Crimson.
Oh my God, I love this. It's just like a movie. So not everyone's always ready to hear some apologies. Sometimes people want to apologize because that will make them feel better, and they don't think about how the person they want to apologize to would feel. So maybe you can ask her or him. You can ask her, "Hi, I would like to apologize to you. Not expecting anything. I just think you deserve it. Just exactly what you wrote. And if you don't want to hear from me, and you don't want to hear from my apologies, that's okay. But I would like to, if you're okay with it. So it's like you need to ask her if she's okay with you apologizing, because maybe she's still hurt about what happened, and she's not ready to hear from you again yet. So if she's okay with it, then start writing this hella good apology, and maybe some friendship or more can come from that or not. But it's the person you want to apologize to that needs to be okay or not with it.
Kinky.
Well, yeah. I mean, again, first questions first. Do you want to apologize to alleviate your guilt and put back? Because the thing is, a lot of people don't necessarily understand the concept of alleviate guilt, or what Crimson said about, or you're doing that to make you feel better. So to give you a context, everybody has a sense of self. Everybody that's sane, sorry. Everyone who's somewhat mentally healthy has an image of themselves, and that image of themselves, they work into confirming it. So let's say you're a nice person. You do things that confirms that you're a nice person. So when something happens, let's say you're unstable and you hurt someone, that image of yourself gets contradicted, because if you're a nice person, how can you hurt that person? And that feeling of uncomfortableness, this is where sometimes apologies will come from. So you're not going to apologize because it's the best thing to do in order to help the other person move on. You're just doing it in order to go back to the image of who you were as a nice person. So that's what, give a better context to Crimson, what it means to, are you doing that to make you feel better? Or when I say, are you doing that to alleviate your guilt? Or you want to make it better? Now, in order to deconstruct the question, why do you want to apologize? What is your end goal? Is it because you want to perhaps have something back with them, or not? Or are you okay with the situation as it is? Because if it is, and if the only reason why you're gonna apologize is to just again go back to the image of you being a nice person, keep your apologies for yourself, because especially if she smiled, she probably moved on. Leave her be.
Boom. Good answers. There is one thing that is in that question. Both of you seem to have missed was, but I'm not sure how to do it or how to contact her again. Don't track her down. Right at that point, don't track her down. If they do reach out for you, keep it as simple apologies. Look, I want to apologize for how it ended between us. I was going through something. And I'm very sorry that I harmed you with that. Keep it simple. Don't need to make it flowery. Don't ask for anything in return. Don't expect anything in return. But do not hunt them down. Do not hunt them down to give an apology, because that's a stalkerish kind of moment. That said, because one of the things is, what would you do? How would you react to late apologies? I've actually had a late apology. The first partner I ever had, when I like 5 years afterwards, I was in a corner store and I was picking up milk, and I closed it, and I turned and they were right there in front of me, in under a foot distance away from me, and they were looking up at me, and they said, because we had a very volatile relationship. Like over a 3-year span, we probably dated each other for about 18 months, because we would fight, we would break up, and then we would come back together. Not a healthy relationship. And they saw me, and they came up to me, they waited for me to turn around, and they said, "Hi, I wanted to apologize to you because I know that I treated you badly when we were together. It just, at that time, I didn't realize I was a lesbian." And I guess that made them feel better, but for me, the relationship was like 5 years past. It was something that I had in my teenage years, and it was over. So it was sort of weird getting that question. And 30 years down the line, I'm still sort of like a WTF about why I got an apology for that. It's something that ended. We both learned from it and we moved on.
Again, I think it's mainly just to go back to the idea of she's a nice person, so a nice person apologize.
Most probably. But at that time, it wasn't something that bothered me. So, yeah. All right. Just at this time, I just want to bring up a couple little things. If you want to be following our wonderful panel online, it's at miss.kinkykarma on Instagram for Miss Kinky Karma.
Yes.
The Crimson Duchess is the Crimson Duchess, all one word, on Instagram. The capitals are not necessary, but it's there to help you learn how to spell it. The Crimson Duchess. And please don't forget to be donating to the channel. We are not over yet. We still have a few more questions, but I wanted to make sure that we get those in. Our next question is, I'm not looking forward to Thanksgiving. My girlfriend's family is nothing like the Norman Rockwell painting. I don't think anyone's is. And I find them rude and obnoxious towards her.
Oh.
I want to be there for her, but I also won't sit there and let them ruin her evening. Help me, because it's coming up quick and she has already started buying things for the meal.
Oh my god.
Oh, are you
This
hosting?
is not easy.
I need to know if you're hosting. That's an important thing, but
Well, if she's buying the stuff,
it could be that she's taking it there. Don't forget. Duchess, you are the one stuck with this one first.
I had this kind of experience myself. My partner sometimes find that my family have not so gracious jokes about me, about what I do, about my lifestyle. And it's always a big discussion before we go for Christmas and moments like that. And he's always like, you sure you don't want me to say anything? You're sure you don't want me to defend you or to be rude back at them? And and every time I answer, I don't want you to be the white knight. I want you to be there for me. I want you to be, I know how my family look, and I hear the comments they have about me. I understand them. I'm not stupid. I see them. I see what they do. And I'm sure she understands what is happening in her own family. No family is perfect, but sometimes people choose to not say a word and just have a time with their family, even if it's not exactly what it should be or as perfect as it should be. So be there for her, support her, and just help her unpack afterwards. Just be a great support, because if she's going to that family Thanksgiving thing, it's because she wants to. And as her partner, you should be there for her, whether the family is bad or not. It's not like you see them like every day, so it's kind of a suck it up night. Yeah.
Kinky.
I always have a petty answer, but I'm gonna refrain the petty answer because I think everybody knows what it is. As a partner that in the past I had an ex-partner where I knew that the family was not necessarily the best family in the world when it came to that. They made comments and all of that. I think one of the best ways that I found to support her is to just put my anger aside, because I understand how angry you must feel because you see this person as like the most amazing thing since like sliced bread, and those ungrateful bastards dare treat her that way. And it's not even about being a white knight. It's just like, how can people be this mean to that person? But understand that it's not because they're not smart enough to see how great they are that you should be the one showing it to them. And after a while, perhaps she'll just be tired and just stop. In the meantime, just like Crimson said, support her. After that evening, make sure that she knows that she is loved by you. Like, compliment her. Like, do all the little small things that you know makes her feel better afterwards and help her soothe her stress and her anxiety.
Mm-hmm.
Like, do aftercare,
Yeah.
basically. Like, aftercare. And keep your anger and put it on the side for a while.
Yeah.
Because I understand how it feels like to see someone degrade someone that you love so much and not being able to do anything about it.
Boom. Brilliant answers from both of you on this. I've been very lucky not to run into that situation with anyone I've dated, and anyone who's dated me. I don't think they've run into that. There is one thing that you have to be aware of is they are family, and if your relationship ends, they still have to deal with these people. So it is really hard to go between your partner and their family. That said, you can put the option out there that maybe you skip Thanksgiving dinner, or maybe you skip that family gathering, and explain to them that you don't appreciate how they treat your partner, because you don't think that your partner deserves that. I'm slurring my words, so maybe I'm a little bit drunk. So please make sure, even before you go in, that you prep your aftercare, that you are setting them up to let them know how much they are loved before they go into that. Sort of fortifying, like that honey wine has been fortified with rum. Just make sure that you fortify them, and then also take care of them afterwards if they still want to go.
That was beautiful.
Set that.
Yeah.
Yes. I think that's the simplest way to say it all.
Oh yeah.
We have another question here.
Ooh.
And you know what? I noticed, Kinky, you said you had a question that you were going to ask.
Did I?
Yep.
Really?
Before the show, you did. You said it. It was something that Crimson was wondering was going to be asked.
Well, I'm
Wendy
gonna
is
see
saying
someone
everyone
else
looks so
asked it.
delicious. Hello, just tuning in. Welcome,
Hi,
Wendy
Wendy.
Bonbons.
We
Love
are
you.
delicious.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Ah.
Very delicious.
Isn't the Love Doctor lucky?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
And we're
yeah.
relatively tame this evening. I mean, you're
I
doubly
noticed
lucky.
that.
Like,
That-
the
that-
stars have aligned.
See, the thing is, Crimson was wondering if she was going to get a specific question, and then Kinky, you said you were going to ask it.
Oh yeah. That's right.
My question here is, my dear Crimson, what exactly are you wearing underneath this delicious crimson robe?
Oh my God. I don't know. Maybe you should come and find out.
I should, eh? Can I do Love Doctor? Can I do a magic trick?
All right. We'll all start shuffling around the windows.
Ready?
And yep. Let's see if I can get these right.
Where are you? Where are you going? Where are you? Oh, Miss Kinky Karma is gone.
Oh, she's gone.
What's that sound? Is it? Do you like it?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. No. There you go.
There we go.
So the question is, sweet nothing. There you go.
Right. Did I say tame?
There we are. The magic of shuffling around the windows. We have another question. It may be our last question unless we get some more questions in. Wendy Bonbons, by the way, does the Cosmic Bonbon Show, 5:30 p.m. Newfoundland Standard Time, 7 p.m. Newfoundland Standard Time every Sunday.
Amazing.
It's 5:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time that it it also airs because it's live.
I think she also had a live show, like in physical form.
Yes, and she broadcasted that as well.
In
So,
physical form.
No, but I mean,
No,
come on,
live
COVID,
with a live
guys,
audience.
COVID.
In physical form.
Wendy has a question. Wendy has a question. So we'll wait for Wendy's question to come in.
Yes, please.
I
Yes,
will.
please.
I will also tell people how to find their show. On Instagram, as we're waiting for that question to come in.
Ask away.
Ask away. Who knows? Maybe I have other magic tricks.
Oh no.
So there it is. It's cosmic.bonbons on Instagram. That's where you can catch their live show and also information about upcoming shows. My question is, do you find performing a release of your intimate or sexual energy?
Ooh.
Do you find performing a release of your intimate or sexual energy? Crimson.
I think performing arouses me, so I don't think so. No, it feels so great for sure when I get on stage, but afterwards, after I come out of the stage, I could fuck. Yeah, I could really have sex that right moment when I get off stage. I kind of really want to do it, so. It doesn't it don't release anything. It's still there, but it's almost as great as having sex for sure. For me, it's wonderful.
Boom.
Well, it's
Miss
duly
Kinky.
noted. I mean,
Come and find me backstage, babe.
hey, we might share a dressing room soon. Anyways, honestly, it's been so long, so I don't know. I do know that, and I mean, through therapy, I've realized that I've never been as dry, emotionally speaking, as when I'm on stage. I've never felt so much and nothing at the same time. So, yeah, I think I could fuck. Like, yeah, it'd be interesting. Like, I would actually be legitimately interested in fucking right after, just to see how my body would react.
It's all because you're so stressed. There's all the butterflies in your belly before going on stage, and when you get off stage, you release all those butterflies, and you're left with all this raw energy with no stress at all. So you're like,
I don't know.
I don't know. I feel aroused.
For me, it's kind of like MD. I've never had MDNA, by the way, but it's just because, again, like I'm borderline personality disorder. So basically, what happens is that I feel hard. That's one of the that's one of the great symptoms that I have. Yay! But one of the best things is that when I come off stage, I'm still so sensible. And I know that when I have sex, when I'm in that state, it's actually fireworks. So I'm actually would be interested in trying that out, like on the rooftop of a certain venue or in a bathroom that could fit more than 3 people at the same time.
I believe the last episode of the Vaudeville Variety Show, there was 5 people who claimed they shared a stall.
So that's 2 bathrooms.
Yeah.
There is Wendy Bonbons has I think the quote for the night is "I could fuck."
You're welcome.
You're welcome.
My answer on that question would have to be, I feel energized. I could probably turn it into sexual energy, but I don't feel aroused by performing. But I do feel when I hold an audience, you know, there is a certain feel of power there. Sorry, we had the comment coming in as well as well noted for sure for Infernal Temptation. I believe that came in for Crimson.
Following the I could fuck.
Yes.
Yeah. So
isn't it my lovely burlesque brother?
Well, Paul, you're saying that you don't feel aroused right after holding your crowd. Maybe you should try taking your clothes off like us.
Yeah, I could see that.
Maybe you'd feel aroused then.
Yep.
You're
Maybe
like,
in
half
time.
the job is done. Why should I continue? Yeah.
Oh, you don't know me if you think that's half the job. There it is.
Oh wow.
What a good,
What do you mean
what a
by
great
that,
answer.
dear? What do you mean by that, dear Love Doctor? I is intrigued.
Should I be sending out letters of reference? Is that what
Oh
we're
yes.
saying?
I don't mind. You can have a LinkedIn. Like show us your LinkedIn.
Is FetLife like LinkedIn for kink?
I think so.
All right,
Show us your BDSM test.
there is.
With consent.
We're safely moving on to the next and possibly last question. So I could get out of answering anything else about that. Is Love Doctor, you're back. You don't know how much I miss seeing your sexy face. Do you and the panel have any advice on sexy books to read before bed? Something you could keep in the nightstand. There we are. Oh, Kinky, you have the hot seat, and you look like you're.
I have a guilty pleasure. It's problematic. I know, and it's problematic on so many levels because I'm poly and blah blah blah. But you know, like on Facebook, like there's this like those apps where you have like those werewolf novella stories. Yeah, those are good. Those are really good. like if you have a dry spell, they will clear that up. Type of good. So,
All right.
But the reason why I'm saying it's problematic is because it's always a kind of like always the same story where it's a werewolf, they have a bond, and they're all very, very possessive of one another. There are some cases where like they slut shame and all of that. But the sex scenes, the way they're written, my God. Oh my God. Yeah. So
Werewolves.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm into vampires, so
I was into vampires too until I read a few of those like werewolf novella where like yeah.
You say novella like it's in Spanish or something.
It's short stories.
It's a short novel.
Okay. Oh, okay. Thank you. Yeah. Now I know that.
A novel, a novella.
Oh, short story.
But yeah.
Well, it's longer than a short story because short stories are a thing. Yeah. So novella is between a short story and a novel.
Interesting. I didn't know that. Yeah. Okay, so it depends if you want to stay, if you want to educate yourself. Of course, there's many very interesting books that I don't have the titles right now, but there is a sex and arousing category at the library, believe it or not. There is one, and it's full of very interesting books about female and male orgasms, and there's so many things that I didn't know. And when I decided to educate myself on different levels of arousing and foreplay, sex, whatever, it was so interesting, and I learned a lot. And I'm not talking about like high school books that you read in high schools about organs and stuff like that necessarily. But if you just want to have fun, personally, I read sex cartoons. So it's not a book. Those are cartoons, but very graphic and sex related cartoons, and I really love it. I'm a nerd.
I just a couple comments to get to. Denny Leger is pointing out that a novella is between 20,000 and 50,000 words usually. So we don't have the word count to compare to short story versus novel, but Raynell Liddell, welcome. I think this is the first time you've commented. Usually in the personal growth section under relationship and sexuality, there's a lot of good.
Yes, hi Raina.
She's right though.
Yep.
Yep.
I mean, I may or may not have read those books when I was a kid in the adult section because I was a kid and I was able to sneak in the adult part of the library.
I want to add a little bit to this as well is the fiction that you read can be problematic. and that's okay, because as long as you understand it's fiction, it's fantasy, and sometimes the thoughts and ideas, though problematic, are not how you view life in general. So that's one of the things. And because of that, because I mean, some of the first erotica I read, where it was what Anne Rice wrote underneath
Yes.
a pen name, the Sleeping Beauty trilogy. There was
That made my childhood.
yeah, exit exit from Eden, I think, was one, which got butchered as a movie, by the way, because the two main characters in the
that's
cast in
right.
the movie was Dan Aykroyd and Rosie O'Donnell, which was very different from how they were described in the book. I think they changed the point of view. They were two detectives coming in to investigate the hedonistic place. So there's those types, but online you can find plenty of websites that have erotic stories posted to them, and it continually updates. So if you're reading on your phone, that's one thing you can do. There's also erotic cartoons got mentioned, and I want to say there's a website that does, it's very humorous, but it's OGLAF.
Oh yeah, I heard of those.
Okay, they're it's sort of Dungeons and Dragons with penises, but I'm just see if I can find something I can show on the screen.
That's so great.
That will not get us canceled.
Yeah. So, for example,
I love it.
Oh yeah, it is. It's so fun.
so it's very funny as well as being sexy. So it can kind of maybe put you in the mood, but at least give you a laugh as well. And if you are doing these things like reading online, reading like various erotica blogs, or reading the sexy cartoons, I do recommend supporting them. That's why I bought that, because I read and got lots of laughs from that. And so I just went to their merch store and I purchased that. If you're looking also for the merch store for this show, it could also be found in the link tree below. So you can get a Consent is Sexy t-shirt or such. So look for the merch store there. Oh yes, we did get a Careful I See Tits, but they were cartoon tits, so they are safe.
I thought he was speaking about the Crimson's ones, but I mean they are beautiful.
They're safe.
I think
they're safe
it was the
inside
nipples.
here.
The nipples are our only thing. And
Tits
by the
and
way,
nipples are two different things. It's kind of like the vagina and the vulva, not the same thing. They get
Exactly.
mixed up, but it's not the same thing.
I loved how your fingers moved when you were doing that too. There we are. And Wendy is pointing out, is it Belisa? If I'm spelling that right, has a link for novels and other literature on their website. So there you go. There's plenty of ebooks. Not that we need to give Bezos any more money while he's no longer the company, but through Amazon and Audible, there's also, you can get audiobooks, erotica as
And
well.
again, the apps on Facebook, you have to pay after a while. Like they gave you the 5-chapter free to just get you hooked, and then you have to pay for the rest. But it's worth it.
Erotica audiobooks. I never tried that. I'm sure it's interesting.
All I'm saying is that the Love Doctor should do one. I mean,
Sure.
oh please, we say that every episode.
Yes, please.
Walking into the forest.
Mr. Werewolf.
Travel down her lady garden. His hot breath was on her neck, and he whispered, "Good girl."
Oh my God. Okay.
All right. Let's see.
It wouldn't be a true kinky karma.
I'm funding this.
I'm
funding this. Oh
there
yeah.
you go.
Oh yeah.
All right. So send your scripts that you want me to read. Maybe I should get a what is it called?
I'll send
Cameo
you
account, so I can do personalized videos for people.
I'll send you one of the novellas I'm reading.
So done with this.
We have come to the end of the questions at this point in time. Crimson, do you have any shows that you would like to plug coming up?
Yes, I am officially going back on stage. Back after popular demand, I will be in the Arabesque Student Showcase with my lovely burlesque brother, Infernal Temptation, on December 3rd and December 4th at the Wiggle Room.
Boom. The 3rd and
Boom.
4th at the Wiggle Room. Miss Kinky Karma. Crimson is checking her calendar so she can.
Because I suck with dates. Okay. So,
Was it the right date though? Because I suck too. I mean, I kind of look like I know my business, but I mean.
okay.
The 3rd and 4th would be Friday and Saturday of December.
So it's the 2nd and the 3rd. I'm on Thursday and Friday. We're both on Thursday and Friday of that week.
Well, that's going to be a busy week because I'll be at Vaudeville on December 1st. And then I'll be doing go-go dancing at the student showcase of Kinky Karma.
Yeah.
So we're going to all be there. Such a party. Please come see us.
It's like the burlesque court is going to be there to entertain y'all.
The Crimson Court is in the house.
Yes.
Raina is saying a fun place to find writers and graphic artists for sexy stuff is Oh Joy Sex Toys. So there you
really?
go.
No.
Oh Joy Sex Toys.
I'm gonna write this
thank you very
down.
much, Raina, for that that suggestion. And I guess that might be it. I've said good girl once already, so.
We didn't have a fuck, marry, kill yet, so I call fuck, marry, kill Marvel Edition.
Oh my God. Okay.
Marvel Edition. Well, Crimson, you're in the hot seat, so you.
Oh no.
Oh yes.
Okay. Oh, this is.
Give us your
hard.
FMKs in the chat as well. Marvel Edition.
Oh no. Okay. Well, the kill part is easy for sure.
Oh, for you.
Well, yeah. I think I kill Star-Lord. Yeah.
Not
because
even one of the villains. All right.
he was such an asshole. He blew up the whole plan with the Thanos thing and
For love.
Yeah, he's a jerk. He's stupid. I love him though. He makes me laugh for sure, but I would kill him. Yeah.
I
I
don't feel
would-
safe.
You're not.
You're with us. What did you
Okay.
expect?
Okay. 100% would fuck Loki for sure. And I think I would marry Black Panther's sister because she's so smart, so funny, so ambitious, and just like she seems to be the best person to be around, and she's rich as fuck. She's a princess. Yeah, I think I would marry.
And she's
I
good
think I
with
would marry-
gadgets.
She's good with gadgets. If something break around the house, she's gonna fix it. She's so super smart.
All right.
Yeah.
My comment about sex toys just kind of went all out of the
I know.
All right. Kinky.
Yeah.
I would kill Iron Man because he's obnoxious.
What? Oh no, I love
Yes.
Iron Man.
He's obnoxious. I'd fuck Loki. Actually,
Yeah.
I'd do a threesome with Loki and Hulk.
Oh my God, you have a death wish.
I know. And I would marry Wanda because I want someone that when I die, they will create a parallel universe in order to keep me back alive.
Oh.
I mean, again, my couple's goals is not Gomez, Adam, nor Morticia. It's really Dracula and his wife in Castlevania. I want to do that. If I die, they will open the gates of hell and destroy Earth. That's what I want.
That's all I want. Just that little.
Am I the villain? I don't think I'm the villain.
Oh please! I got roasted once by one of my lovers, the Beaver. He's like, you know what your type is? You're like the white collar villain. That's your type, and I've been rolling with that ever since.
Jeez.
You know, Dracula is going to come out into the MCU as well. So
Yeah,
Is
that's
it
true.
Morbius that's coming out?
no, Morbius is one thing, but Dracula will be appearing in Blade.
Yeah.
New Blade.
Oh,
So
I'd do a foursome
I
with
think.
Blade.
You do well, yeah. That's a foursome because you already have Loki and Hulk now.
I know.
You have
But
to
I'd
choose.
have both. I'd have both Lokis. Never mind. I'd have Lokis with both, like Sylvie and Loki, because it's like it's a shrimp. Like yeah, there you go.
Okay. Okay. Mhm.
I mean, I'd have a good time.
Okay, what
All right.
about you, Paul?
Well, sorry, we've got one that has come in. Fuck Thor, marry Iron Man with no prenup,
That's important.
and kill Uncle Ben. Now,
Oh no.
I do want to point out that if you also killed Iron Man, that would have solved the no prenup thing. But
Uncle Ben
or-
is already dead. Why
But
would you
that's the
kill him
point.
again?
That's the point.
that's the point. They want to have a clean conscience.
Oh my
Conscious.
god.
Yeah. Whew. This is very hard for me because like Sylvie, female Loki, was very hot and brainy, but I think me for like the past 20 years, it would have to be Aunt May.
Oh, the new
Oh.
version of Aunt May.
Yeah, it's Marissa Tomei. I mean,
Okay.
Oh yeah, she's hot.
yeah, and age appropriate.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And all right.
She don't cook well though.
It's okay. She can use
Spider-Man told us.
I haven't chosen whether or
can
not
take out-
that's a fuck or a marry yet. So if she doesn't cook well, maybe. Well, I cook. I know how to cook.
cook.
There you go.
Yeah. So
A good man knows how to cook, so you can.
yeah,
cook.
I'll marry and rescue her from the bad food.
Poor kitchen.
Yeah. Let's see. All right. Kill the Uncle Ben kill seems to be a safe bet, but I'm not. I don't.
It's
Don't
not
be safe, Paul.
fair.
Don't be
Don't
safe.
be safe. You're with us. You can't be safe.
No.
Well, Thanos, he's dead too, right? But can I say Thanos? Just
Why would you
I
kill Thanos?
guess.
I would kill Thanos because one, well, it's not really a stain, and plus he loves death. So if he dies, he goes to meet the one he loves,
Okay, fair enough.
right?
Fine. Yeah.
And that leaves the fuck. What's Agent Maria Hill?
Really?
Oh.
Oh.
Because she looks like she's so pent up that she be like
Oh,
she's very self-controlled, and I think she wants somebody to take that control.
She's the one in How I Met Your Mother.
Yes.
Oh yeah, yeah. Mm.
Yep.
She looks uptight, but sometimes just looks.
She's very in control, and I think that she just wants somebody to kind of take that away. Like, I mean, consensually.
Consensually with pleasure.
Take
Yes.
that away.
But if that's it's not, I don't know if that was safe, but yeah, there we are.
Okay. I have other questions if you guys want. I mean,
Not FMKs, but
no, not FMKs.
okay, we've got this one has come in as well. Fuck Wolverine, marry the Scarlet Witch, and kill the Green Goblin. So, what do you?
It would be one wild night with Wolverine.
With
yeah.
that stamina, that could work out to be several nights.
I'd have bruises.
Weak.
He would actually give me bruises.
Well, that's not a bad thing.
Oh, it's a great thing. I mean, I haven't had a man who gave or a woman that gave me bruises. So I
Yeah.
mean, for science.
Wolverine, yeah, very good choice. Very good choice. Marry the Scarlet Witch, again, choosing a very unstable redhead. Hi.
I do not have a type.
And
have
killing
a
the
type.
Green Goblin is a good choice because
Oh, he's cute.
he's one hella bad guy. And
William Dafoe.
He's cute in his
Yeah.
own weird way.
mhm.
All right. I think that's it. You can always catch me hosting the Voix de Ville variety show on Wednesdays at the Wiggle Room to see it live. We'll be back here next week with our special guests Tanya Cheeks and Wendy Bonbons.
Ooh.
So next week's The Love Doctor Livestream Season 2, Episode 2 will happen next week. I am the Love Doctor. I love you all. My wonderful guests, Miss Kinky Karma and the Crimson Duchess. Thank you very much for participating in the show. Denny Leger saying, great show. Please donate to the channel. It's just running along the bottom there. Just donate to the channel.
Pay us.
Yes. So we can get paid and we can keep putting on the show. Have a good night. I love you all.